Hello and welcome, friends. This is such an exciting day. It's new catalog day. It's the annual catalog from Stampin' Up, and it is the first day of the new catalog, May 3rd, 2022. I'm so excited. I can finally show you the inside, some of my favorite new samples, my favorite new sets and bundles, and I'm going to give you some tips about organizing your catalog if you would like to do it the way that I have done it. I always get questions, and so I thought, why not just revisit this? I did this several years ago, but now you can see how I do all of my tabs. So yay, new catalog day, so excited. Thank you, Stampin' Up. It's like Christmas, isn't it? At least for demonstrators and customers who have been around a while. It's so fun. So here we go. I am going to show you, like I said, the tabs, how I organize it, and I am going to show you some samples and some favorites. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can visit pattystamps.com or the link in this video to request a catalog, and I would be happy to send one if you would like to be one of my customers. So let's first talk about these tabs and how I organize this. These tabs are from the Post-it company, Post-it brand. And there are two different kinds that I have used on my catalog. I like these because you can write on them with a Sharpie and you can reposition them. And I like to have my catalog organized like this so that I can quickly flip to each section without continually thumbing through the catalog. So down the right side, I have used this larger size. This measures, let's see, about 1.5 by 2 inches, this particular size. I know they come in this little pop-up container. They also come in just little flat packs like this with different colors. You can get them with different colors in here. I just had these on my desk, so this is what I grabbed. So this year they're clear, some years they're colored. So starting with the color collection, as you know, Stampin' Up! Has 4 color families, plus they have in colors every year that kind of rotate in and out. Starting with this page is where I put them down the right side. So you can see I've started with color families. It goes to our storage solutions, and then adhesives. And so you can see that I've just sort of labeled here each major section. I have not labeled every single page. These are the categories or the pages that I think I will visit the most, or that I will need to look at while I'm blogging or doing a video. So we have specialty paper, we have embellishments, ribbon, punches, stamparatus. So all of the major sections, that's what I put going down this right side. Across the top, you can see I have tabs. This year they just happened to be green. They actually kind of went really nicely with the cover of the catalog, but I used this smaller size. Let's see what these measure. So these are about 1 by 1.5 inches, and they came in this little 3-pack. I don't know if they always do, but again, this is what was on my desk. So I write on the colored part and then I put it across the top. Now, what's on the top? The top section is the first 2/3 or so of the catalog, and it is either a suite or a bundle or maybe even a single stamp set that I know that I am going to be using quite often. So I started with this suite, the Tea Boutique, and I just wrote tea because really it didn't need to say Tea Boutique. Tea was enough. And then the next one, I wrote bottle, and that was for this Bottled Happiness. And then cherry, birdie. And I know that's not the name of it, but that's what I think of. I think of a little birdie. So I just wrote birdie on this tab up here. And I do have a super quick sneak peek. Now this is going to be quick because this is actually for an upcoming cruise. Isn't this the cutest? So this is this cute little birdie punch and the nest. And this is for an upcoming cruise that I am co-hosting with my friend Kirsten, and it is to Alaska in August of this year. So just wanted to show you that real quick. That's one of our many, many projects. Basket. I love this. I don't know why I keep thinking to call this a barrel, but it's actually cheerful basket. So I need to kind of rethink my thinking and make sure I call it a basket. The new butterfly kisses, forest friends, the piggy, Abigail Rose Suite. I am going to absolutely love this. This went on my overnight order this morning because I am presenting this in a couple of demonstrator events coming up within the next 2 weeks. So I need to get going on designing with this. I'm very excited about this. And I'm also super excited to get my hands on a Wash in Beauty. I think this is super, super amazing. Love this. This one kind of cracked me up. I just called that tab Man because it's He's the Man Suite. And then the beer bundle, and this is so cute. I've made one card with this, and I gave it to my friend Kirsten because I know that she does enjoy beer, and I think this is just such a fun set to use. Sun prints, I did that as a tab. Wisteria over here. Oh, I have to show you this. This will be coming up on my blog pretty soon. Isn't that gorgeous? It really looks like my huge wisteria in my backyard. So I'm going to be showing you how to create that. The Texture Chic suite. Oh my gosh, I think this is going to be amazing. Cannot wait to order this. Well, I mean, I ordered it this morning, but I can't wait to get it. So I think it's going to be amazing. And then my favorite in the entire catalog, Hues of Happiness. I know I showed you this briefly before. This is just one of the very many samples I have made with this already. It's just amazing. And then the last top tab that I did is just for the background stamps. So that's my tabs. That's how I organized the catalog. And let me just show you, just so you might have noticed the spiral binding. If you're one of my customers and you received a catalog already, it does not come spiral bound. It comes like this. And on the back, you'll find my sticker with all of the information to contact me, the dates of the catalog, and my website, pattystamps.com. And then inside, you will find this postcard that gives you some information about contacting me. You can also use the QR code to get to my blog. And there is a shopping list for you to fill out, as well as my customer loyalty form, which is called Free Stamps with Patty. And when you have filled this in with your orders, you get to select $40 in free product from me, from the catalog. So this is how the customer catalogs come. Now, if you want to do the spiral binding like this, I would recommend going to somewhere like Staples or a Kinko's Office Center, that type of a place. It should be roughly $5 to $6 if you get, I've got a clear cover on here, and then I do a solid cover on the back just to kind of protect it. You could, do whatever you'd like, but that's how I do mine. And just warn them to not cut off too much of the spine, because there are some pages where some of the print gets close to the binding edge and you don't want too much of that cut off. So just a little warning that you can share with them if they are cutting it. So they'll just cut just, a little bit off of this glued edge in order to do the spiral. So this one, I just want to show you a couple of tips if you're doing these tabs before I let you go here. So we're going to flip back here to, oh, isn't this page gorgeous? This gives me so much happiness. Isn't it beautiful? All the colors. Oh my goodness. I'm all about the color. So I just wanted to give you just a quick tip here. So let's say you're going to label this page like I did, the first one in the, I call it the back section of the catalog. One tip is grab a fairly new Sharpie that has a pretty good point. You don't want one that you've been using for a year that's really dull, because it's going to be really thick letters. So I have one that's kind of newish, not brand new, but kind of newish. Sorry, I didn't want to talk and write at the same time because I knew I'd start writing whatever I said. So there you go. So color families. So there's our first tab. The first one's pretty obvious. You would just want to put it right up at the top. So can you see that there? It sticks on and it's clear. See how it doesn't cover up your information here? So here, I want to give you a tip for the next tab. Whatever your next tab may be, may not be the same as mine, and that's okay. So I would want my next tab to say storage, because that's what I called this page. So actually 2 tips here. I was thinking, well, storage doesn't need to really take up that whole thing. So what I did was I wrote smaller. And then over here on this side, I wrote DSP, which I'll put on that page, that corresponding page. And then I grabbed some scissors and I cut this because I thought, why not? We don't really need to use up an entire tab for each one. So I set that one aside. Now, when you are ready to label your next page, you might open it up and think, well, where do I put it? So all I did was I closed that first tab and I kind of tucked this up into here, and then I just pressed it down so that I could see that they would just line up perfectly like that. And then my next one would be adhesives. And you could do what I'm doing. You can write on these tabs, or you could use a label maker if you wanted them to be a little neater. I'm just using my own handwriting there. So there's adhesives. And then this one, you can see I labeled it masks, brushes, and heat embossing because there was kind of a lot going on this page. So you would just keep tucking them in like that, and then they would be all nice and lined up. So we look at that one that's finished again. I know this is reflecting, so I'm just going to open that. So there you go. So that's how they get lined up there, and then the smaller tabs across the top. So I hope you enjoyed that really quick tour, a few of my new favorite things, a great way to organize your catalog, get it spiral bound. And if you would like to visit me at pattystamps.com, you'll find all the information, the shopping links, and all of my projects from the last 15 years of sharing Stampin' Up! With you. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.